chapter 17, verse 9. 17:9. Jeremiah 17:9. The heart is deceitful above all things. There, yes, now you can understand why those words came from Jeremiah and not Isaiah and not other prophets. He was the crying prophet, my friends. He really, I could say, he identified with Messiah's suffering before Messiah even came for his people. The heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? And my beloved, I believe with all of my heart, he spoke about his own heart. All the prophets, what made them great men of God was that they did not look down to their people. They never looked down to their surroundings. You know, Mike. They always identified themselves with the sin of their people. Guess why? Because they were, all the prophets, they were a prototype, foreshadow of Messiah. The great prophet. What did Messiah did eventually? He identified fully with the sin of his people. Till death. Till taking sin upon himself. So all the prophets identified with the sin. They said, woe to me! For I am with unclean lips. And I am within a people, dwelling within a people of unclean lips. Isaiah chapter 6, yeah? Daniel, we sin against you. Daniel 9. We, not, those people. So, Moses is the example, this humble man, yeah? So, 17. The heart is deceitful above all things, 17:9. And desperately wicked, who can know it? I, the Lord, search the heart. I test the mind, even to give every man according to his ways, according to the fruit of his doings. Etc., etc. Let's go. You know what? One more. Verse 14. Heal me, O Lord. This is Jeremiah, beloved. Heal me, O Lord, and I shall be healed. Save me, and I shall be saved. For you are my praise. Indeed, they say to me, where is the word of the Lord? Let it come now. As for me, I have not hurried away from being a shepherd who follows you. Now have I desired the woeful day. You know what came out of my lips. It was right there before you. So, now back to the Torah portions. Turn with me, please, if you will, to Numbers. And I want to speak of, by the way, put your finger or put something like I do in Jeremiah as well, in Jeremiah 1. Numbers, chapter 30. The two chapters, the two portions of the week are taken from the book of Numbers. Actually, the last chapters, from chapter 30 to chapter 36. Okay? And I want to speak with you a little bit about the context. Okay? If you read it, you know that we have dealings here, or the portions are dealing with a few issues, quite a few issues, like the vows that a woman is taking, yeah? How she can be redeemed out of her own vows, yeah, that she uttered from her lips. That's how Matot starts in chapter 30. Then, of course, we have the very last war of the Israelites in the wilderness before they entered the land of Canaan, the promised land. We are going to deal with it soon. And, of course, we have other issues, like the children of the tribes of Gad, Reuben, and half of Manasseh, who asked Moses to stay, on the east side of the Jordan River, after, of course, helping their brothers to conquer the land, the promised land. We have other things which are described in those two portions, but I want to speak with you about the context in which those two portions are located, situated. Beloved, the book of Numbers, till Numbers 19, till the portion Chukat, if you know what I'm talking about. If not, till chapter 19 of Numbers, they deal with the old generation. Okay? We have actually two generations which are coming out of Egypt. Are you following? Now, after being under my teachings, and some of you are not under, I hate this word, but, hearing our teachings, my friends, you know that one of the role of the desert is to do what? Kill the flesh. Leave the Egyptian man, the slave mentality, the old man behind us before we enter the kingdom. Are you with me? So, beloved, in order to kill one, you need to have another one, new one, to enter, right? So, in the book of Numbers, we have two generations. Two generations. The old one, from age 20 and onward, right? Or upwards, okay? All those, while they applied the blood of the lamb, and they were baptized into Moses and into the cloud, etc., etc. All those were from 20 and above. This is what I call the old generation, okay? Then we have the new generation, those who were babes, or those who were smaller than, younger than 20 years of age. And here they walk together, the two men, if you want, the two Adams are walking out of Egypt. They are saved, right? They apply the blood. And they are walking while slowly but surely one is dying off while the other is growing up. Are you with me? My beloved, till chapter 19 of Numbers, we are dealing mostly with, or actually all the time, with the old generation. With all their sins in the desert, how God judged them, how they rebelled, etc., etc. But from chapter 19 of the book of Numbers, we have a shift to the new generation. And guess what? Are you ready for the shocking news? You would think that the new generation is a new generation. A different one, right? But guess what? They repeat the same very sins of their forefathers. Not forefathers, of their fathers who just died. They repeat the sins. They complain. God sends the snakes, remember? And their biggest sin, which is dealt with completely and to the end in our portions today, is who knows? The fornications with the Midianites women, remember? And the Moabites women. After they were deceived by whom? Who was the prophet there? Who looked like a prophet of God? But he was a false prophet, of course, Bileam. My friends, it's scary to think about it because those who sinned with complaints against God, why did you bring us here to kill us? We will never make it, They were the new generation. And to them, God sends the snakes, the fiery snakes. Who sins with the women? With fornication. The new generation. Sounds familiar? The church. I'm not talking about outside this church. I'm talking about the church.